G'day, Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly Magazine's. We're at the Jumpin' Pin in southeast Queensland for the launch of a really cool modular boat brand that's made in Australia here with Ryan Lloyd. And you work for SCBX in control of this cool new brand. Tell us the story behind this cool little boat.
So the Seachange Boating company basically had a concept to design a boat. Thankfully, with association and ownership by Haynes, a very large boat building organisation, we're able to design a module, what we call a Lego boat. That boat starts as a bare assemblies boat, actually branded as a bare ass model. So it's absolutely an open boat. All you need is the motor and a trailer and you can still go boating. It runs all the way up to side consoles and or centre consoles. So very modular, from the seats to the casting platform to the anchor lids to the fuel style. Anything's an optional or accessory to the boat.
It's really cool because these are obviously a glass boat, so the ride quality's there, but you can spec these boats up to be anything from, we got boats here today that you can drive around, go boating from around $14,000 with a second-hand motor and a second-hand trailer, right up to a mid to high $30,000 package like we've got behind us, which has all of the fruit. And if you buy the cheap one, you can turn it into the dear one over time, and you can add the accessories as you see fit.
We always had a couple of mindsets in theory with the customer journey. So the customer journey, from our point of view, we knew that the 16-foot boat that we had was going to be a good ride, it was going to be smooth, it was going to be quiet, but we knew that we can't put everyone into a category. So the category that we started with was literally a Gumtree eBay style of customer, the guy that absolutely loves his two-stroke or his original Hummingbird. Whatever the case may be, he needed a new hull. He would normally traditionally look at aluminium for that price point. Being $11,900 retail starting point, we know we can run with as we've done here, it's a Hatsu 40, and we can run all the way up to the spec custom with Minn Kota. So that was kind of the theory behind it, and we've got some good stories already from the first couple of months at launch.
Specifically, you can buy things like a front casting deck, a middle thwart seat, a rear thwart seat, an anchor hatch lid. There are all sorts of things that you can just buy and then install yourself. If you've got a drill and a drill bit, you can sort of do it, can't you?
It's a really cool story. So a customer that buys any model, there's always something, either a fiberglass part or an accessory that's available for the boat. Everything, the actual boat is, from our point of view as a manufacturer, it's actually a part number. So SCBX, it's Seachange Boating. The X stands for extras and crossover. So that's what the boats are designed to do. They're designed to cross over from estuaries to the wider bay waters or to open waters. But the extras also allow the customer to build their boat, and that's what we really like, and that's what we're going to get excited by. So there's extra warranty by registering online. There's allowance for them to see what is available to the boat that they've got. So yeah, you can run from casting platform extensions, Minn Kota mounts, consoles, thwart seats. We've got one that's designed by the market at the moment that we don't actually spec, which is a casting platform and a rear bench seat. So it's been nicknamed the Crabber, because you can fit two swags in there for the boys that want to go camping and literally have two swags in between the casting platform and the rear seat. So it's not a spec model, but it's basically a bare ass with two part numbers, and you just put a motor on the back and you'll go boating as a Crabber.
Yeah, well, the main thing about this boat as well is it is made, designed all in Australia. I think a real feature of the brand is there's no cheap Chinese rubbish in there. It's quality manufactured right in our own country.
Yeah, the big thing that we had when we first launched is where are they from, how's it developed. So for example, in Haynes, as the bigger business that Haynes is as a boat builder, to buy a seat from us, you would need to get a HIN number. You would need to have some kind of connection to a brand. In this case, you're able to buy a part as a part number and build it up. So we understand that at SCB, they won't always have the income or the ability to buy a fiberglass, molded and perfect casting platform, but they may use the provisions in the boat to use a carpeted ply or some kind of alternative to go boating, and they might step up to the fiberglass part if they wish to, or they love what they've got because the bare ass model allowed them to build what they want, not what we told them to have.
I think that whole concept expands into the other products you're doing in the range. You've got some cool bean bags and bits and pieces behind you. Explain the whole concept behind this sourcing of quality boating, adventure, excitement equipment.
So Seachange Boating, the actual division before the even the X, the boat, it was built around going boating and getting outdoors and being adventurous. So if there's something that you need when you go boating or outdoors, from a lifestyle product to servicing your boat to using your boat, the Seachange Boating brand stands by that. So it wants to be an environmentally friendly brand. It wants to always have their customers' ease at mind, so something that makes the day easier or more comfortable. So the bean bags you mentioned, for example, really cool story here. So they're a 5mm Australian made barefoot wetsuit material. So we could have gone with 1 or 2mm. We could have gone with a slightly easier material. But from a durability point of view, comfort point of view, and a fade point of view, we went with Australian made, and we went with the tough kind of product that we know SCB stands by, from the boat all the way through to camping gear from Coleman, one of our partner companies, to Mares dive gear from overseas, to Camelback sports bottles. So we know that you can have a drink on the water and not spill it.
Awesome. Before we get on the water and test some of these boats, give us the website where people can go to learn more about them.
So seachangeboating.com.au is the website. So it has anything from the bean bags all the way through to the boat. You can buy a boat direct from Seachange Boating, have delivery to a account partner. Obviously there's a really nice combination between us and account partners around Australia. So everything's in connection. So you're always looked after. However, if you do want to buy one of those parts for the boat, they do come with a Q-scan code. So you can actually just scan that code and you'll get a 3 to 4 minute instructional video and all the parts and accessories that are needed to obviously put that together. So it should be some fun. I'm sure we'll get some inquiries. I'm sure we'll get some good photos. We have a bit of a thing at work at the moment. We'll run from the what a great idea to the Frankenstein. But as long as they're all happy and as long as they love what they're doing in a safe way, then Seachange Boating is happy with what we've done.
Well, what we like doing at Fishing Monthly, of course, is taking some of these boats out for a test, the SCBX boats. We have all builds today, all the thing from the $12,000 plus $2,000 worth of motor and trailer options, right up to the spec'd out thing. Let's get on the water and we'll come back to you with some performance statistics. So we spent the best part of a day playing around in these different versions of these SCBX hulls, which is the Seachange Boating hulls. Best part about them, they're a solid expandable hull that starts at $11,995. So for $12,000 for the hull only, you can get in to one of these boats, and you can expand it as the funds or the want to expand your boat allows. The bare hull, and there was one sitting here, you can see some of the footage in the cutaway now, with the 50 horsepower Tiller Tohatsu. You can buy for a couple of $1,000 off eBay or off Gumtree, put it on a trailer that'll get you to the water, and from less than $15,000 you can be in a really cool package. For that one, it had none of the accessories in it. Beanbag, fuel tank, outboard motor, and you're away. But as you start to put the accessories in, and it could be the rear thwart seat, the middle thwart seat, the front cast deck, or indeed the small side consoles, and there is an expanding range of accessories coming out, you can then spend the money where the funds allow to build this boat up to be exactly what you want. Now, of course, Seachange Boating do more than hulls. Examples of their accessories are these cool neoprene bean bags that are not only good to hang around in your boat, but anywhere outdoors or at home, that you want a bean bag that's going to last and last in the elements. These things are for you. And when these guys source their materials, you know, this is Australian made. They make sure they pick high quality materials, and they're very focused on being parochial and getting gear which is right for the job. All of their stuff is available through their authorised dealers or straight from their website. Performance-wise, these boats were fitted with a variety of motors between 50 and 80 horsepower. Now, anything 50 and 60 horsepower they weren't really trim sensitive. You could trim the boat up. It would just plough along, chop through, get through the chop, ride very smoothly. But as soon as you got into that boat with the Mercury 80 horsepower on the back, this hull lifted up out of the water and you could really drive, and it was a fun boat to drive. Now, as we say, the price of this boat, the hulls start from that $12,000 mark, but the fully optioned boats here can get up to around mid to high 30s. Behind me here are both ends of the spectrum of the Seachange boating experience. The 50 horsepower Tohatsu on the open boat there. It's got all the gear that we've been using today. Great workhorse and a great cheap way to get on the water. Then you can option it up. You can get the composite decks added. You can get the little side consoles added, and this thing powered with that 80 horsepower Mercury 2.1 litre outboard. It sure is fun to drive. And if you're a fisherman, well, maybe this iteration of the SCBX is the one for you. A small little centre console, which gives you 360-degree fishing access, a little esky here to put your fish or your day's catch in, a Minn Coder at the front, the Simrad at the helm. You're ready for a great day or weekend on the water. So if you want to take a step into fiberglass boating, you want to be comfortable, you don't want to go into the tinny, it's a good step up from the tinny. Go to seachangebooting.com.au or like Seachange Boating on Facebook, and you can check out what these guys are up to.